Hey guys, Hecon's here with another World of Warcraft gold making guide. Today we're going to be doing another mailbox opening video and looking at the ways I've been making gold in the last couple of weeks with 8.1. There's also been a couple of new developments which I thought were interesting, so we're going to cover those as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get started. So on this ROM, you guys can see that I have a bunch of nice Darkmoon deck sales. This banker started selling Darkmoon decks around 2 days ago and already has 422k in the mailbox. This is actually one of the accounts that I picked up with the most recent sale. The complete edition, which included the expansions, BFA, 1 month of game time, and a level 110 boost was on sale for $40, so I picked up a couple of those since I thought it was a really good deal. $40 is roughly 3 tokens, which is around 360k on NA, so yeah, pretty cheap to pick up a new count, especially when it includes a level 110 boost and game time. So one of the cool things you can do with the game time is set up a scribe on a new realm. You just pair that with one of the crafting professions, either leatherworking or tailoring, and then that'll let you shuffle bracers to get expulsum, which you need for the Darkmoon deck cards, and then you can start making the decks. I ended up doing that on 2 new realms. This is the first realm I'm showing you guys, and then I'll hop to one of my other accounts and show you guys the second account, or right, the second scribe. It's on a different account. But yeah, really happy with the results after only 2 days. And I have a bunch of decks left in my bag and inventory still, and a ton up on the auction house, so should be able to make nice gold on this realm. So on this realm, I'm doing the same thing as the last realm. The only difference being, this banker started selling the Darkmoon decks a lot sooner. You can see that some of the auctions are around 7 to 8 days old. Only have around 700k in my mailbox, which works out to around 100k per day, which is pretty low. But definitely nice getting this on multiple realms. I think I'm up to 6 realms now where I'm selling Darkmoon decks. And I mean, being able to roll in 100k per day consistently is pretty nice. I think I mentioned this banker in the most recent black market opening video. He did manage to make around 1 million gold last week. So, doing really well with both of the new realms, and I do have a couple of boosts left still, so I may set up even more. So on this banker, I have a little over 4 pages worth of auctions, 210 total mail, with around 600k in sales on the first page. You guys can see I'm getting pretty nice prices on the Fathom still. Sold a couple today for 42.7k. These are actually down to under 30k. I think they were at 20 or 25 at the lows. And I did do a reset on these, as you guys will see on page 3 or page 2. And I managed to get a few sales at 100k, so really nice reset on these Darkmoon decks. You can see the Tides, Blockades, and the Squalls are down to around like 10k to 15k. These are actually down to like 7k, 8k, so I did a reset on these as well a few days ago and saw some nice profit. We're also still crafting and selling the 340 BOEs. A lot of people are leveling alts and stuff, so these sell quite well still. And then of course our enchants. You guys can see I'm selling the weapon enchants for between, I think it's around 1.6k to 2.2k. And then the ring enchants between like 2k to 2.5k. And I'm getting the Veiled Crystals for under 400, so really nice profit on these enchants as well. Have a nice BOE flip here. 41.6k for the Wata's double knotted cord. I think it's the leather belt. It's either leather or cloth. I managed to get 41.6k for that. And I've been picking up these BOEs for between 10 to 20k. I think a lot of people are dumping them with 8.1 Season 2 coming out in a week. On the 22nd, actually, so pretty close to the new raid dropping, and the eye level goes up on a lot of the items, so some of the BOEs might drop in value, but I'm still buying the cheap ones to flip, and they're pretty profitable actually. Some of the weapons are going for over 100k, so if you can find those for like 20k, it's going to be 80k profit. And looks like I just got outbid on something. Shimmer skill, stack of 200 for 9 silver. I'll have to bid on that again after I'm done recording this segment. That's all I wanted to cover on this page, so... Oh, actually, there's one other sale that I want to talk about. These staffs. Selling really well in my realm. I managed to get 60k for this one, or 57k after the auction house cut. These do take a lot of gems, and I would highly recommend getting rank 3. It was actually one of the first recipes that I unlocked rank 3 on. But if you can get the gems cheap and get rank 3 unlocked, and the prices are still really high on your realm, these are going to be really profitable. I don't know the exact crafting cost offhand, but I mean, it's under 10k and I'm selling these for 60k, so it's like a 50k profit for each one of these I sell. Anyways, I'm going to loot page 1, and then we'll go to page 2 and look at the auctions there. So here's page 2, or the next 50 auctions. You guys can see I'm getting really nice sales on some of this 340 crafted gear. Sold the leather waistguard of the Aurora for 12.8k. You can see the other waistguards are going for around 3k, so make sure you're undercutting the right type. For example, if you have the Aurora and it's priced higher than the quick blades, make sure to undercut another Aurora rather than a quick blade. We would have never gotten the sale at 12.8k had we undercut the quick blades at 3k, so keep that in mind. And as I was saying earlier, I did manage to sell a couple of the Fathoms at 100k. Looks like 2 sales on this page at around 100k, 95k after the auction house cut, so really happy with those sales. I did have to buy out like 4 decks at 35k, I believe, and managed to sell 2 of those at 95, so that more than paid for the reset. And then you guys can see these squall prices. I managed to sell one at 49.4k, around 50k. And as I said, I think these are down to like definitely under 10k. I want to say like 7 or 8k, so bought a few of those out and then managed to flip a couple at 50k, so a lot of Darkmoon deck sales on this page. Around 16.6k for the blockades and tides. Nice sales on the cutlass. Sold 2 of those for 10k. And then the spell blade for 25k, or 23.7 after the auction house cut. The weapons are getting really expensive to craft. A lot of the ore prices are extremely high right now. And then I did also reset some of these enchants. The Gale Force Striking, the healer one, I think Coastal Surge, and then Siphoning were all at like 400 gold, so I bought all those out and I've been selling a bunch at over 1k, so pretty happy with those sales as well. Anyways, I'm going to loot page 2, and then let's take a look at page 3. So here's page 3, or the next 50 auctions. You can see a lot more cutlass sales. I believe this was actually a reset by one of my competitors. They bought a bunch of mine at 7 to 10k and tried to flip for between 15 and 20. Not a very smart move on their part, since I was sitting on a lot of expulsum and ore and just crafted like a dozen more to throw up on the auction house. Nerubian Swarmer, one of the raid drop pets for 2k. I think I paid like a couple hundred gold for these, so Not much profit, but pretty decent. If you're low on capital, flipping these low value pets is definitely something you might want to look into. Especially cross realm. If you're on one of the high pops where these are priced low, you can transfer them to like a low pop or medium pop, and you can make some pretty decent gold with that. See a bunch of ring enchant sales at between 2.1k and 2.3k after the auction house cut. More 340s. Can see a nice BOE sale at 95k. This would have been on Saturday, I believe. Or actually Friday, I guess. That would have been 2 days ago, so. I think I ended up paying like 25k for this one, so nice 70k profit. And you can see when the fathoms were down to like 30k. This is when I reset, and then managed to get those 2 sales on the last page for 100k, so. Pretty successful reset. Sold a staff here for 31k. Pretty low, as I've been getting like 50 to 60k for them. I did lower my normal price a bit, since 75 seemed to be, I wouldn't say like unreasonable, but they seem to be moving really slow, and at 60 they seem to be moving a lot faster, so. More fathom sales at 30.8k. And then more enchants. And you can see when I did the blockades reset as well. They were down to under 10k, and here I'm selling them for 23.7k. 3 days ago, so it would have been like Thursday, Friday. And I think on page 4, you'll even see the prices even higher. I think I got a few sales at like 40k. Maybe 1 or 2 sales at 40k, I can't remember, but I'm gonna loot page 3 and show you guys page 4. So here we have page 4. There's around 230k on this page, whereas the other 3 pages had around 500k, so definitely some lower value sales, but there's still a few things I want to talk about and highlight. You can see some of the weapon enchants were down to around like 1k. They're still profitable at around 1k, but I decided I wanted to get more, so I did a partial reset on some of these enchants. You can see a couple versatile navigation sales at 1.8k. Quick nav at over 2k. And then up here you can see deadly navigation at 2k. Versatile at 1.8. The enchants do move really fast, so not too bothered by doing a reset. These ring enchants were down to under 2k, so I did a reset on those as well, and have been getting around 2.5k for those. They're getting back down close to like 2k, but I've already sold all the ones that I bought for the reset, so made some pretty good gold on those. You can see a few weapon sales. Polearm at 7.6, shield at 5.7, etched vessel at 7.6. Definitely helps to keep the auction house stocked if you have a lot of the professions, and can craft the 340 gear. You can see I bought a Fell Steel Reaper. This is from really rare world drop. I bought it for 21k. I think the region market value average on these is like 150k or 200k, so I'll talk a little bit more about this later in the video. Did pick up a bunch of the recipes on different realms, and I'll explain why. I think that's it for this page, so I'm going to loot it and then show you guys the last page. So here's page 5, or the last 10 mail. You guys can see that I ended up picking up 4 of the Darkmoon deck blockades at 12.5k on this page. Cost basis of around 50k. Sold one of mine for 11.8k. Actually sold this item and thought that the price was too low, so there were only 4 others on the auction house. I ended up buying those out so I could reset at 50. Pretty close to 50 actually. And managed to get one sale at 43.3k. Again, it cost me 50k to buy these 4, and I managed to sell one of those for 43.3k, so that means out of the 3 that I have left, I just need to sell those for like 7k to break even. And selling a Darkmoon deck for 3k is pretty easy to do. I could just throw up a bunch at 3k and they'd probably get sniped right away. But it's kind of the strategy that I like to use. I like to wait for these to get low, buy them out, and then reset. Usually 1 or 2 of these sales will pay for the reset, so. Did that with the blockades as well as the fathoms this weekend, so. Pretty happy with the results. And ended up picking a bunch of BOEs again for between 10 to 20k, so. This one even has a socket. Pretty valuable. Probably try and flip this for like 80 to 100k. And that would be like 70 to 90k profit. I think the 350s without the socket are going for around probably like 30 or 40k. But the socket does add value, so I'm going to make sure to price that accordingly. So here's the reason that I'm investing in the old Burning Crusade recipes. You guys can see that I'm outside the Botanica instance, and there's quite a few players on Mammoths. These are actually bots, and they're running the Botanica instance 24/7, farming the super low drop rate rare recipes like the Felsteel Longblade, Felsteel Reaper, Dirge, and even some of the rare transmog, and selling them for really low prices on NA. I've actually been picking up a lot of the recipes on the high pops. Tichondria, Stormrage, Illidan, Proudmoore, just to name a few. And Blizzard's been pretty good about banning these bots. There used to be hundreds more on each shard, and the numbers died down quite a bit, but you guys can still see that there's quite a few. I can't even count the number of tunes that are stacked on top of each other right there. Probably like 30 or 40. And yeah, these are just running Botanica 24/7. And they'll chill outside the instance once they hit their instance limit. You can only run 10 instances per hour, so once they hit that limit, they'll just camp here. And you can come out here any time of the day on both NA and EU and find these bots. Eventually Blizzard's going to get them all, and I'm just investing in the recipes now while the prices are low. And the Felsteel Longblades I've gotten for as low as like 20 or 30k, so once the prices rebound, I'll be able to flip those for like 200 to 500k. So definitely worth looking at your realms prices and seeing if there's any cheap recipes up. So here's my mailbox on Proudmoore on NA. You guys can see I sold 2 plans. The Fell Edge Battle Axe for 19k, and Steel Grip Gauntlets for 19k as well. I picked up a bunch of these for around 4 to 5k. And if you undercut the bots, they get really mad and they'll do stupid undercuts. You can see I posted a Dirge for like 20k, and someone posted one for 5k, so I bought that out. Steel Grip Gauntlets, I had a couple posted at 20k. You can see I sold one, and then, yeah, I think one of the bots posted one at 2k. And they do that quite a bit actually, so if you can get one of the recipes for really cheap, and then they come back later and post one for a higher price, just undercut them and they'll eventually list them for even lower, and you can pick up those recipes. I think the Netherdrake recipes are pretty rare as well, so you can see I picked up the Helm recipe for 2.2k, and then 3 other recipes, the Eternium Runeblade and Runic Hammer and Dirge, all for 8.9k. Really awesome deals. I think these are on average around 100k, so Hopefully Blizzard does something with the bots soon, and we'll be able to flip these for a decent profit. So this is the last banker I want to show off tonight. This is actually an alt that I transferred over to Airy Peak 2 weekends ago. And you guys can see from the TSM accounting data that I had over 1.5 million gold in sales in the first 3 days, which is great. To be fair, I did transfer over a lot of goods. However, a lot of that gold has been from flips. And I did save one example. You guys can see that I ended up picking up a Shoetops ruler for 45k. And just a day prior to that, I ended up selling one for 95k, so been doing really well flipping BOEs on this realm. You can do really well flipping BOEs on any realm, so just wanted to share that example. And hopefully I can get even more gold on this realm. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you have any questions you want to ask me, let me know in the comments below. I want to make this series where I open mailboxes and answer your questions, much like what Student does. I'll go through and look at my favorite questions, as well as the top rated questions, and answer them in the next episode. Either way, thanks so much for watching, and as always, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Late.